All right, looking live over Everett, Seattle, and Tacoma, and we're seeing blue skies for the most part everywhere. It's been nice to have a little sunshine back these days.
Much different than what we've had the last couple of days.
Yep.
Adam, how long is this going to last?
Today, tomorrow might be similar. I think we do see a few more clouds around, especially during the morning, but enough sunshine today that we actually did see a couple of daily records. 71 out at SeaTac, 73 in Olympia. These are so far. They haven't been officially confirmed yet, but looks pretty good that we are going to see some new daily records with the old records at 70 and 72 back in the years of 1974 and 1952. So that's where we were for some of those temperatures. That's where some of us currently are as far as some of those highs. And taking a look out, we weren't the only ones in the 70s in Seattle and Olympia. Also saw it in Renton, in Bremerton, in Shelton. Also topped off at 72 all the way up towards Mount Vernon. Now, there was a cloud deck that was farther north here and across more of the northern half of the Olympic Peninsula, which we're going to talk about because it also included a few showers and really provided a pretty big contrast as far as what the forecast was like for some of us today in comparison to what others of us saw here throughout the afternoon. Let's take a look at that right now. La Push actually dealing with a lot of clouds, sort of a dreary and misty look. A few of those light sprinkles, patchy areas of drizzle here throughout the day, while as you head south, you do see a lot more of the sunshine. It's been a pretty nice day and we've made our way up into the 70s. Seattle, we're also in that very sunny category right now. You can look live here in Seattle. You can see beautiful blue skies and just a cloud or two out there. We're at 71. That south wind comes in at about 8 miles per hour for you. Kind of breezy into the first part of your evening if you're heading out, but overall we're going to keep those winds pretty light. 71 in Bremerton for our current temperature. More 50s farther to the north as well as low 60s, and that extends all the way out towards the coast. Now, either way, quite the warm up from where we were at this point yesterday. So much so that we're up by about 10 to 15 degrees here across parts of Puget Sound. There is going to be a slight cool down tomorrow. Not going to be much for many of us here south, but what we are going to notice is this line of showers that's been around here for a lot of the day, producing steady rain, pretty heavy amounts too up across Vancouver Island and into British Columbia. It is going to sag a little farther south as we go over the next 24 hours. We'll still keep an eye out for a few of these light showers up across the northern tip of the Olympic Peninsula, as well as across the San Juans and Whatcom County. Farther south here for the rest of us, however, just some extra clouds here late tonight, and eventually as this tries to squeeze its way on through here, we are going to see that the moisture, it starts to cut off to a certain degree, so there won't be as much of that to play with by the time it does reach us here as we go over the next day or so. So looking at that on future radar, we'll keep the rain up across parts of Vancouver Island and up across British Columbia. Still keep an eye out here for Nia Bay, up around Blaine and Bellingham and Ferndale for some light shower activity off and on here throughout tonight. And heading into the day tomorrow, we'll see that as we go into tomorrow, some of that does start to work its way farther to the south. And then here we are into tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock. We have a lot of the clouds beginning to arrive across parts of Puget Sound, but just not a lot of rain associated with that. But those clouds will stick with us as we head on into Friday. And this is going to be part of a frontal boundary that will cool us down starting into Friday, and much more of a cool down to come as we head on into the weekend. Now, rain amounts with this, we're looking at about 1/10 of an inch out there across more the northern coast, and then up across parts of Bellingham, maybe 3/100 of an inch, and you can see not a whole lot farther south either. So we could see some patchy drizzle out of this late tomorrow night into early Friday, but overall we're talking about a pretty dry forecast here and pretty comfortable as well for tomorrow and all the way through early Saturday. And then things start to change Sunday, down to 59 for high. Better chances of rain then and much more of a rain chance heading into next week.